Welcome to Shenzhen Metro, but more importantly, welcome to the future.
China has finished a massive project that totally redefines the word station.
This railway station is larger than every single airport terminal in the US.
Engineers in Chongqing have built a railway hub the size of a small city. This hub alone is currently transporting millions of people, speeding up China's already quick train system.
I'm speechless. This is a subway station. This is not an airport. This is just a subway station here in China. Holy smoke.
How the engineers achieved this feat is amazing. A city is falling behind. Chongqing is China's most unusual city. It is unlike anything else on the earth. Additionally, its geography adds to its uniqueness. The entire city is located on mountains, gorges, river basins, and hills. And that presents a problem for building a city. How can an urban center be created in a terrain devoid of flat land? The way China has handled this problem is amazing. Their response was verticality. Chongqing's plan is broken up into multiple levels from which buildings extend both below and above. The ground floor could be the 5th, 10th, or 20th story, depending on the city's level. The capacity to change height is one noteworthy feature. Constructed atop hills, some sections of the skyline are buried deep in valleys, while others are hundreds of feet higher. And the topography of this place is what makes it so wonderful. Chongqing's unique topography makes transportation challenging. The city has a very complex transportation system. Because of the height disparity, it is impossible to build a track that can stay level without coming across hills and mountains. In actuality, several trains pass through skyscrapers' top floors. The challenging terrain makes high-speed transport nearly impossible, and that's usually acceptable, at least for short trips. But what about the traffic outside? Because of the mountainous terrain, high-speed rail lines could not be built, connecting Chongqing to major cities and ports. Railway tracks must wind through mountains and traverse bridges built over canyons bigger than stadiums. All of it limits the speed at which a train may travel on certain lines. And it is a major issue in a country where speed is practically money. China's economy, like that of the rest of the world, is largely dependent on transit speed. Without high-speed transit, goods could not be transported quickly throughout Chongqing. Students had no access to better universities in distant cities. Fresh goods could not be imported or exported. Other cities did not offer better employment, and these limitations impeded Chongqing. The city ran the risk of falling behind coastal cities, whose economy and innovations were growing, including. This was made possible by Chongqing's placement at a key crossroads for transit throughout China. It connects several ports to the inland and makes travel within the region easier. Furthermore, if this intersection moves slowly, it affects the entire country. If they had faced a similar situation, superpowers like the United States, Europe, and others would have needed years to come up with a solution. China, on the other hand, is known for acting without waiting for laws to be passed. Their just-build approach has proven successful in the past, and Chongqing was no different. Chinese officials swiftly came up with an ambitious plan that would make Chongqing one of China's main transportation hubs, in addition to accelerating travel into and out of the city. Furthermore, the extent of the solution they created is unthinkable for countries such as the United States. The notion to deal with the slow. To put it plainly, the railway problem in the Chongqing region was ambitious. The experts recommended constructing the world's largest train station, equipped with trains capable of exceeding 200 miles per hour. The station would connect all of Chongqing's counties and districts, turning the formerly fragmented region into a single organism with high-speed rails acting as the veins connecting everything. The proposed tower's vast size led many to equate it to a huge metropolis. The world was skeptical. How could China build anything like it in one of the most challenging settings on the planet. But if anyone could pull it off, it would be China, a country known for its ambitions and proficiency in constructing large-scale projects. But before they could begin, the engineers had to deal with the biggest problem with the project. How do you build in Chongqing's topography? One would be the recommended station. It is 22 million square meters in size. Where would you find enough level ground in a mountainous area to build this massive structure? Chinese engineers decided to build their own because there was no such place. After a location was chosen, bulldozers and dump trucks worked non-stop to transfer 10 million cubic meters of dirt. Where there had been hills, a solid, level foundation began to take shape. The new train station was made possible by the steady clearing of the terrain. The actual job began after that. The Chongqing East Railway Station's construction began in 2022, and during the next 3 years, the structure began to take shape at an incredible rate. There were workers on the site, as well as equipment operating at a capacity never seen on a project this big. Instead of depending solely on human labor, China decided to accelerate. The enormous project employed robotic building technology and these AI-driven robots in every conceivable way. Leveling the previously excavated area was the first stage. To create a surface that was millimeter-level smooth, robots and laser-guided bulldozers worked non-stop. That is not practical for human labor, but it was more than just accuracy. And the speed was insane. Compared to humans, these robots leveled the ground 3 times faster. Rain or shine, day or night, these creatures never stopped working. The 40 degrees heat of Chongqing summers would have killed human laborers, but these mechanical marbles kept working. After the dirt was flattened, concrete was poured to build the foundation. This concrete was to be leveled again by the same robots. As walls rose above the base, glass installation robots started to move facades that weighed nearly a ton. These robots reduced the likelihood of accidents by installing the facades and scaling the walls with millimeter-level accuracy. When it came to welding operations, robots were also helpful. They finished the overhead pipe installation tasks 3 times quicker than what would have required human labor. Everything was moving more quickly thanks to the new mechanical workers. But the robots did more than that. Patrol modules were also heavily utilized during the construction of Chongqing East Railway Station. These sentinels kept an eye on the area, reporting any missing vehicles, workers who weren't wearing hard hats, and other safety violations. And several deaths were avoided only by doing this. During the construction of the Chongqing East Railway Station, these patrols led to a 90% decrease in safety incidents. Additionally, everything was powered by AI. AI helped with work shift scheduling, supply chain balance, employee route planning, and overall structure layout optimization in addition to managing the machines. Technology was used in every aspect of the construction of Chongqing East Railway Station. Advanced sensors helped regulate the curing temperature to prevent cracks. Algorithms employed augmented reality to visualize the construction process on the working site, and temperature sensors kept an eye out for any overheating that would threaten human workers. In addition, China used every tactic in the book to finish the Chongqing East Railway Station project on schedule. The modular construction method that was becoming popular throughout China was the most significant of them. Not every part of the station was built on site. Nearby manufacturers constructed the pillars, the roof, and nearly everything else. Off-site, the process was subsequently further accelerated by using trains to deliver these smaller components to the construction site, where they were assembled. The project should have taken 5 to 10 years, yet it was finished in just 38 months. The station was finished in the time it would have taken for a building design to be approved in the US. In China, no bureaucracy is preventing advancement. Rather, the most cutting-edge technology is propelling progress. The impressiveness of what China has produced is not diminished by this quick speed, either. China has mastered both speed and construction. The Chongqing East Railway Station is likewise covered by this. After all, its size and building technique are as impressive as its beautiful design. An intriguing design. The Chongqing East Railway Station is often compared to a city due to its massive size, spanning 1.22 million square meters. That is comparable to 170 football fields. It is designed to handle heavy traffic. 16,000 people can travel here at once. Not in a single day. That means 16,000 people use the station's facilities every hour. That amounts to almost 38,000 individuals per day. And what makes that possible is fascinating. The general design of the Chongqing East Railway Station is quite modern. Its towering towers, massive roof, and modernist design are amazing. But one thing that is easy to overlook is how roomy the station is. It makes it obvious that a rail station of this size would be built to maximize available space. But the architects had different objectives. For them, a barrier-free design was crucial. The entire station has been designed to be easy for people to navigate, much like water flowing with minimal resistance. The large hall leads to the platforms for basic boarding. Elevators connect each floor. Everything inside has been designed for flow to provide access and easy management of the 16,000 per hour traffic. The Chongqing East Railway Station was not designed to be environmentally harmful. Rather, like Chongqing City, this station is connected to the natural world. The building has many characteristics of the natural features of the area. Think about the massive pillars supporting the roof. These pillars have a small base, but as they approach the summit, they spread out to offer a significantly larger surface area. The design serves more purposes than only the heavy roof. Rather, the hanga trees are a source of inspiration. These trees, which are widespread in the region and provide refuge for a variety of species, are well known for their resilience. The pillars of the Chongqing East Railway Station uphold that symbolism by supporting the roof that provides shelter for the entire station. The station is naturally lit thanks to light wells between the branches of the pillars that allow sunlight to enter from the outside. Nature is a great source of inspiration. A viewing platform with an amazing sunset view is located on the eastern end of the station. The roof itself is based on another natural phenomenon. The architects were inspired by the Yangtze River, whose waves disperse sunlight in beautiful patterns. Furthermore, the ceiling of the Chongqing East Railway Station has skylights that mimic shimmering water, allowing sunlight to penetrate from above and spreading it like water. But this roof is more than a miracle. Another interesting aspect of it is its size. It's astounding that these pillars hold something so massive, weighing 16,500 tons and spanning 120,000 square meters. The components of the roof were put together using a modular construction method. Each portion was then raised and installed using robotic cranes. Like the hull of a ship, the entire roof was raised section by section. Furthermore, it is presently the station's most outstanding quality. This achievement has surprised architects worldwide. To be fair, though, that is only one of the many marvels of the Chongqing East Railway Station. After all, it's not called a city station for nothing. One factor contributing to this appellation is the station's size. That is true. Another, though, comes from the fact that it has restaurants, fast food chains, and shopping centers. Additionally, the fact that the Chongqing East Railway Station is only a small part of the city's heart makes this appellation even more true. The East Station hub in New City gets a 3. A 5-kilometer suburb will encircle the Chongqing East Railway Station. The station, situated in the center of the proposed metropolis, will be the hub of all municipal activity. Convenient access to the future city is made possible by the station's entrances and exits, which open into the main squares and plazas. The central station will be surrounded by hotels, shopping centers, and food streets to handle the influx of passengers. The city will gain as much from the Chongqing East Railway Station as from the city itself. Public transportation, including buses, cabs, and trams, will stop at the station to offer a simpler and more efficient travel system. In using this approach, China is trying to create a zero-transfer metropolis. The kind of place where you can travel anywhere in China by taking a taxi from your home to the station. The nation is working to bring its cities closer together. Furthermore, Neither residents nor tourists who are in line are the only ones who can use this tactic. Furthermore, it is designed to promote business growth. Logistics companies have already set their headquarters close to the newly constructed station in order to fully take advantage of Chongqing's advantageous location in China. Offices are opening as high-speed rails make a larger pool of people available. The Chongqing East Railway Station's connection to the rest of China is too strong for businesses to ignore. This superstation, which has 15 platforms and 29 tracks distributed across 3 railroad yards, attracts traffic from all around China. Traffic from Beijing, Shanghai, Wuhan, and other Chinese cities arrives here from 7 national high-speed train lines. Travel times to major cities are greatly shortened by trains running on these lines, which may achieve amazing speeds of up to 217 miles per hour. For instance, the new high-speed rail has reduced the 6-hour train trip to Zhengzhou to only 2. Similarly, the length of time spent traveling to. There have also been other cities destroyed. Megacities like Beijing, Shanghai, Guangzhou, and Shenzhen can be reached in 6 hours, Chengdu and Guang in around 1 hour, and Xi'an, Wuhan, Changsha, and Kunming in 3. For the residents of Chongqing, this is a blessing. Students can pursue their study at top universities without having to travel for hours every day. Workers in other cities don't have to skip daylight to get to work, and nearby farmers might transport their ready-to-eat, fresh produce to bigger marketplaces. With this one station, China has improved the lives of Chongqing citizens and cleared a major backlog in its national transit system. Simultaneously, it has opened up a new opportunity to promote tourism, one of China's fastest-growing industries. Tourism is one of China's main revenue streams. Their $42 billion tourism goal for 2025 will be greatly aided by Chongqing East Railway Station. The real money is not only in the surrounding city with its hotels, restaurants, and venues for cultural cuisine, but also at the train station itself. It is a tourist destination in and of itself. The largest rail station in the world is expected to attract tourists from all over the world. And that's where the central location and high-speed tracks of the Chongqing East Railway Station further facilitate tourists. You see, Chongqing City may now be connected to some of the most well-liked tourist destinations in China thanks to the Chongqing East Railway Station. The Terracotta Warriors in Xi'an, the Avatar Mountains in Zhangzhou, and Chengdu, known for its enormous pandas, are all just a few hours away. Via the high-speed train, only this station will help create the best route for tourists to explore China, a must-see location if you wish to see the whole country. Additionally, the station's infrastructure was created with tourists in mind. The engineers have included a digital guiding system to help foreigners who may not be familiar with the station, and all announcements are provided in multiple languages. Additionally, the station has all the technology a traveler might possibly need. Wi-Fi is readily available throughout the facility. Of the 5,000 chairs at the station, 1,000 have USB charging ports. Similar to an airport, the Chinese government has made the Chongqing East Railway Station a popular tourist site. It's actually working. Let's look at some of the numbers. The Yongzhou Chongqing high-speed railway begins at this station, which is witnessed in. Since it was constructed, the number of travelers has increased. Usually, just 770,000 people use the route each month. Currently, 1.07 million people travel each month. Additionally, revenue, especially from tourists, increases with the quantity of travelers. The number of visitors to Funge County increased by 20%. Due to an increase in companies setting up shop to serve tourists, the Three Gorges Reservoir region has made 10 billion yuan in revenue in just 1 year. That amounts to freedom money of $1,044 million. Without a doubt, China has benefited from the establishment of the Chongqing East Railway Station. This is only the beginning, though, since the station is set to witness some important events that are already in progress. Rainwater is collected from the roof to irrigate the surrounding parks, and the skylights reduce the need for artificial lighting during the day. Cooling plants are sometimes shared with neighboring buildings for more efficient use. The Chongqing East Railway Station satisfies China's highest green building standard of 3 stars. As a result, it is highly eco-friendly. Others have criticized China's building practices, claiming that the country's building frenzy is causing it to accrue debt. But as the figures show, China's railway infrastructure spending is actually boosting GDP significantly. For every 100 million yuan invested in railway infrastructure, China creates 60,000 jobs and a 260 million yuan GDP return. That is undoubtedly worthwhile. Instead of denouncing China, the world may learn from it. Compared to superpowers like the US, Europe, and other Western countries, which take years to approve a project, China completes construction projects more quickly. Instead of stalling growth behind the red line of bureaucracy, the rest of the world might just follow China's lead and develop. Do you think that policy would be beneficial to your country? Tell me in the space provided for comments below. I want to know what you think. The first is New City's East Station Hub, which is still being built. Second, the achievement of all the railroad tracks. As you can see, even though the railway lines that extend from the Chongqing East Railway Station are still unfinished, the station has had a significant positive economic impact. Lines 8, 24, and 27 are still under construction.